So you remember the stubby bottles? You remember the stubby beer bottles, right?
Yeah, of course. SP.
Well, there's somebody that we got to track this woman down because we got to see if we can do some beer hunters thing with her. She was actually on CBC, our national news, and she was a reporter or something from. I'm hearing the story secondhand, so I don't remember exactly what it was, but she reports on beer and the history of beer. That's her thing. She's been doing it for 20-something years. I hadn't heard of her.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And she had explained on her little show that the stubby bottles, why the stubby bottles happened. The stubby bottles came in 1971, I think it was.
That late?
Well, it was something like that. Remember, I'm hearing this from some guy, drunk guy telling me
much
across the
earlier
counter.
than that.
Right? The whole, it's true, right? But anyway, the whole point of it was, why were these stubby bottles? It's because this is before the era of free trade between Canada and the U.S., right?
Okay.
So everything was a bilateral deal, everything. Like, let's talk about chickens, let's talk about beer, let's talk about microphones, whatever. It was one by one, case by case.
Yeah.
So talking about beer, now remember, Canada is a much, much, much smaller market than the States, right?
Yeah, of course.
We have, especially back in the 70s, we would have had like 18 million people spread across the country, twice the size of the States. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So back in those days, most American beer was still in cans. And this was just when the long neck bottles were starting to come out. All right. So again, this is secondhand. I'm hearing from someone's report. So I don't know.
Okay.
But if it's true, it's such a great story. If it's not, it's still a great story, just full of shit. So I don't know what the truth is. So they're saying, okay, now Canada used to be, and still to some extent is, the liquor sales were controlled by the government. You had government beer stores, government liquor stores, and whatever, right?
Communistic
so they're saying,
bastards.
okay, we're doing these bilateral deals with the States. Now, so the Americans want to come and sell their beer in Canada. We're saying, well, shit, if we say no, what are they going to get mad about for when we're trying to sell our lumber or something down? So we can't just say no. We got to, it's hard for us because we know that the factories in the States are so much bigger, and the marketing and the distribution, everything's so much bigger that they can just run an extra shift, flood our market with the beers, and all of our beer guys to be gone like in a week. So how do we not have that happen? So we say, okay, look. If we say we're going to put a duty or a tariff or whatever, they're going to get mad and do something to us and something else. So we got to, here's what we're going to do. We say, hey, America, well, we've decided to be proactive, and we would like your beer to come into our market. We want American beer here. Can you please send in American beer? So the American beer guys are, this is a pretty good deal. I like that. Okay. Yeah, right. How much are you going to charge for duty? No issue, man. No fucking duty. No problem. You just send all the beer you can. But remember, our distribution system here goes through our government distribution channels, and we have our warehouses all set up and everything. So we have some packaging sizes you have to deal with.
Oh, okay.
So we have these. We've just developed this new shaped little bottle because we think it's quite efficient for storage. So our warehousing racks and the truck racks and everything, it's just perfect. So you make your beer height that size, and you can send all the beer you want down into Canada. No duty, no nothing. And the Americans are going, well, hang on a second now. So we make 47 bazillion gallons a second of beer. And to do the entire, if we took the entire Canadian market, each one of those guys drinks 100 gallons a day, but it's still not many people. So it's not that much beer. So if we're going to have to develop a whole new bottle just to sell into that market, it's like, not interested, man. Market is not big enough. Just not interested. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so sad. No American beer coming in. Oh, we're so sad. You don't want to sell us your beer. Okay. Let's talk about trees now.
So
I don't know if that story is true. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that if you care, you have to check to find out if it's true. But I don't care enough. I just think it's such a fun story. If it's true, come on. It's fucking brilliant.
And
if it's not true, it's just a good story.